Nate is somewhat disturbed because Whisper is following him. Nate feels like little Bo Peep in this situation. Whisper says he would not be doing his job if he does not accompany Nate. Whisper tells Nate to never hesitate with asking a question. Nate is not comfortable with letting Whisper in the house. Nate notices his parents fighting. Believe me or not, but it is about yogurt. Whisper tells Nate that there is a yokai causing this. Nate sees it as a normal thing, but Whisper insists that Nate should search the room. The purple question mark on the radar tells us a disguised yokai is near. This is Dismerelda, the troublemaker. Dismerelda finds it entertaining to make the parents argue. She will not leave for anything now. Kaden steps in. Kaden is too weak, and Nate only has 2 yokai to battle with. Whisper tells Nate to befriend yokai around his area to beat Dismerelda. Whisper gave us 3 rice balls. It is for befriending yokai more easier. He tells us about items being able to use to heal our yokai friends. We can always buy more at the Every Mart in every town. Foods are used for healing and drinks are used to fill our Soultimate meter. Yokai tend to run away from the lens, so make sure your lens is on the yokai. We have found Dimmy. Whisper tells us about using food to heal our team and befriend yokai. Yokai have favorite foods and drinks. Giving them their favorite food raises your befriending chance. Dimmy loves rice balls. We got a getaway doll. This item is very useful. Surprisingly enough, we got Dimmy on the first battle. Whisper tells us what yokai do in battle. They can physically attack. They can use their technique, attack, guard. In spirit, this is a stat dropper and loaf. This is Ledoni. We can now pin by pressing the blue icon. Unfortunately, we did not get him on our team. We are told that there is something called an IPO. IPO is used to edit your yokai team with the yokai from your medallion. Without IPO you cannot do that. IPO is also your saving area. It will appear if your diary is not available in certain areas like dungeons. IPO can be found in the Every Mart at many towns. We have found no way. His favorite food is ramen, however, he accepted a rice ball. Awesome, we got him first try. I have cut to one of the dungeons in the main town. Dungeons are often dangerous, so it is best to save before going in one. Loot boxes are scattered everywhere. They contain great items. Yellow boxes are good items, and purple boxes are rare. Red boxes are a thing, but I will touch on that around chapter 4. Oh, and we encountered Deluma. Whisper was saying we can now rotate our yokai with the L and R buttons. Enemy yokai can use soultimate attacks too. Be sure to make them cancel or knock them out. That little, small orb below the ramen is very useful. There are many variants of it: small explorer, medium explorer, mega explorer, and holy explorer. The doll can be used to run away from battles. That is another useful item, Stamina Alpha. There is a smaller version of it just called Stamina. They can be used to have unlimited speed for a duration of time. They are only useful for one part of the game. I will cover it in chapter 4. We need Deluma for a part of the game we need to complete. Whisper and the Watch have picked up a strong emery near the Springdale Fish Market. These are yokai tribes: slippery, brave, mysterious, tough, charming, heartful, eerie, shady, and legendary. They serve a unique role in battle. The store owner says there has been trucks slowing down here, and the sound of something being hit. We have to investigate what is causing this. We have found the troublemaker, Jibanyan.
This ends here and now! So evil face! Prepare to taste my powers of
Jibanyan has unfortunately failed to beat a truck. He thought Nate was his original owner, but quickly realizes he is not. Jibanyan says he is doing this to impress his original owner, Amy. Jibanyan has died to a truck accident and Amy had witnessed it. The last words he heard from her was, "You lame cat." Nate calls Amy a monster for saying that, but Jibanyan says she is not. Jibanyan thinks Amy had a reason to say that, but he is unsure. He spends his time fighting what killed him. Jibanyan says he had a picture of Amy to remember her and to give him motivation, but a yokai had stole it from him. Nate offers to help Jibanyan, and he is told the yokai ran behind the fish market. Here is another dungeon, and those yellow and purple boxes I mentioned before. Yokai do hide in dungeons too. Here we have Hungramps. He is part of the Heartful tribe. I forgot to head to the Everymart, but Hungramps' favorite food is rice balls. I need to heal before I fight. So here is a demonstration on how IPO works. The top button is to save the game, and the left button is to confirm saving. Middle button is to change your yokai team, or just the team in hand. Top button is to change the team on hand. And the bottom button is to have Medallion yokai to swap places with on hand yokai. Here is the thief yokai, Ruffraff. This is our first mandatory fight. In mandatory fights, yokai cannot be friended. The music playing is what plays during a mandatory fight. We have beaten Ruffraff. He is now forced to give the picture back. This is Detective Hold It. He tells us Ruffraff was a wanted yokai they have been trying to catch for a while. He is surprised we beat him. He tells us to defend Springdale by catching criminal yokai. Catching criminal yokai has great rewards. Criminal yokai run away when approached. Make sure not to let them escape. We can use passwords, but in this game, it is a useless feature. After catching criminal yokai, we can report back to Detective Hold It near the post office. We have handed the photo back to Jibanyan. He is shocked, and he warms up to Nate for retrieving it for him. Jibanyan thinks about how weak he is now that he has been robbed. Nate tells him to keep training and to never give up. He will eventually beat any robbers that attack him. We are now friends with Jibanyan.
だるいんですけど。
That is a yokai medallion seal. They require specific yokai to fill it out. Getting all the yokai required will summon something very special. Whisper says we can now face Dismeralda in a battle. Here Whisper talks about the on-hand and medallion swapping mechanic. Yokai have tribe unities. Unity links only work when a yokai of the same tribe are together on the wheel. They give great perks. An example would be a brave tribe. Unity can boost your attack damage. Here is a demonstration of unity links. Charming Unity gives a speed boost. Tough Unity gives a defense boost. Dismeralda still refuses to leave. Now, we can make her leave.
Come on out, my friend! Calling Jibanyan! Yokai Metal, do your thing!
Summoning Charming!
Make sure the ceiling's higher next time you call me.
We successfully summoned Jibanyan. We are now ready to fight Dismeralda. She still thinks they will not beat her. This is a mini-boss battle. Enemy yokai can inspirit Team Yokai. You must purify them so they can continue to fight. No Way has a defense boost now. Dismeralda says she is doing this because she had a fight of her own with her husband. Whisper senses another yokai presence. This is Happy-Air, the husband of Dismeralda. Happy-Air has found Dismeralda and apologizes for the fight. Happy-Air has the ability to make people happy, while Dismeralda, on the other hand, can make people upset and gloomy. Dismeralda apologizes and she becomes our friend. By the way, I started a new file because having the same video on YouTube with the name TikTok seems a bit weird. Not that many boxes, so we will call her Dismary. I will go over what yokai to befriend and where they are located in a future video. They now leave to enjoy their lives. The parents now get along, and they apologize too for fighting, even though they do not know why they fought out of nowhere. The mom asks Nate who he is talking to. Nate says, no one. They cannot see yokai, though some people can get the rare ability to see them without the watch, like Detective Hold It. This is the end of episode 2 chapter 2. Stay tuned for more. We can now access the bank. We can scan real-life yokai arcs and use the Crank-a-kai in Mount Wildwood.